Hello, this is Anu Kabli, your trusted realtor from IQI Global Real Estate, one of the largest, most reputable global real estate and investment firms with offices in 5 continents, 21 countries, and with 25,000 agents and counting, I guess. So, hello everybody again, and this is Mr. Yousaf Iqbal, our country head from IQI Canada, along with me here. And Mr. Yusuf, let me tell the world here that you are the most traveled person I know so far. You have been moving around the countries every other day. Your social media was, you were flashing on social media, looking so dashing and up to the mark. And please tell our viewers, where have you been?
Thank you, Anu. Thank you so much. You know what, Anu? We always at IKEA we say we got to work hard and enjoy life, right?
Yeah.
So we all work so hard, and a certain time comes in when you really need to go and enjoy life as well. So I will say that this was my actually the first travel. I always say that US is not an international travel because it's just next door. So an
Exactly.
actual travel going to the other countries. So I had a good opportunity to meet up the team. We had some very good, achievers who have achieved awards from last year. It was like a trip for the achievers. So we were in Lisbon, in Portugal. Had a chance to be in Casablanca, Morocco, and also London, UK. So the experience was very, very good. It was really amazing to see the team after almost like 2.5 years of
I
travel.
know. After COVID.
And then after COVID, exactly. So my last travel of meeting my Malaysian team and my other fellow realtors and everybody was in 2020 January, and after that pandemic happened. So it was really a good experience in meeting them up. It was a good experience to travel, and it's so good to see the world has opened up right now. And the requirements have become very easy now for people to travel on that. Mask is recommended, but it's not a requirement, and things like that. And I think it just gives you more comfort feeling. And then we were just discussing at that time that wow, it's so good to see that now we have come back to our normal life, which I think till last year or 2 years ago we could not even think about it. Think like, oh my God, are we ever going to see that or not? So it was
Will
very
that
good.
ever happen? Yes, I know. It was like, will that ever happen, right? That kinds of scenario. And I'm so happy and so proud. And yes, you well deserved this incentive, the agent incentive award trip that we all had. So it was so glad to see all your pictures. And I'm happy, and there is a saying that, if there is a well-traveled man, he knows. I don't remember the saying very well off my head, but it says that, if you are well traveled, you at least know almost the whole world, right? And you bring that world out when you're talking to the other person. So it is great to
I
have you.
think I think it's very important for travel. I think it's more of an exposure and also gives you a lot of break as well and gives you really ready to come back and really work on a lot of things on that. So it was a more of a trip for me to meet my business partners, my directors, Kashin Sari, and all the other people, Daniel Ho, and it was good to exchange some ideas, planning for next year and how things are going to go up. So it's always a good experience to travel.
Mhm. Absolutely. And you jumped in right into the TREB annual event, and you had IQI, flashing there as well. So how did that go? And I see
So
that
that was
you were meeting very, very, reputable people of Ontario as well
Oh,
over
that was really amazing because yesterday was like when we had the uh, annual event. It was like again after 2 years after Realtor Quest, it has happened. A lot of people came in. People were coming in. A lot of realtors were there.
there.
We had speakers as well. Doug Ford was there, and the speaker from CIBC, Benjamin Tell was there, who was the chief economist over there. And that was really good to go through what new tools Treb is bringing in on that, and it was really good experience to meet up a lot of people on that. And as you know, that IQ always have a booth in there, so we were there with along with the team with Bob Zoo, our admin team and things like that. It was really good to meet a lot of people in person again as well. I mean, another amazing experience.
Yes, and I'm sure if there is that the people's touch is always required, and I guess after COVID, everybody is looking for that people's
Agreed.
touch. And
Agreed.
why not? It gives us more trust factor. They have always been seeing us on Facebook Lives, and I'm sure they must have
Oh
recognized
yeah.
me.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. It was
yeah,
really good to catch up with a lot of people. After 2.5 years of not being seeing each other, and I can tell you like. It was really a good experience again meeting everybody, and everybody was so excited to meet each other on that. Yeah.
Awesome. That is awesome. So glad to see you back, safe and sound, and
Yep,
happy to be working with you again. With the new year coming in,
my
IQI
pleasure.
has more experience to bring on the table with you, and
Absolutely.
looking forward to that. So before we, talk about the next year, maybe in our upcoming calls,
Sure, sure.
let's, our viewers have been waiting for our market update. So let's
Absolutely.
provide that to our viewers.
Absolutely no. As you know, I know that market has been a little bit slower in terms of the transaction values and also in terms of the pricing. So I'm going to just jump directly to numbers. So what I have right now is an October market watch. We just came in on that. Now the transaction, which is the sales volume, was down by 49%. And what it means is that last year in 2021, there's about 9,743 transaction which has happened. Right now, it's gone to 4,961. The new listings is apparently approximately just 11.6% down. That means the listings are still active in the market on that. There's been more active listings in the market on that. This is interesting. Now the average price, again, it goes from area to area on that. We've been talking about, a lot of people have been talking about it on Travis. In average price which has gone up, which has gone down by 5.7%. This is an year to year comparison, but then if you look at the September numbers and October numbers, actually up by 4% as well on that.
Yeah.
But over year to year, it's gone by 5.7%. And also what we have seen is that the average detached home prices has gone to around 1.3 million, 1,372,000. Semi-detached is close to about 1.1 million 80,000. Townhouse to 920,000, and condominium apartment is 716,000. Now, if I look at the overall picture from a year to year change. Detached is definitely gone down in terms of the percentages on that. By about like 6%. Townhouse is by 3.9% on that, but the condo apartment is still up by 1.8%. So what
Mm.
it does is that right now is that yes, market is slowed down right now. It gives more opportunity for the buyers to look into the market. Obviously, there's so many other factors which is playing into consideration. So overall, I would say that market still holding on to it, still stable. A
Yeah.
lot of people who can hold on to the price are still holding on to the prices on that. It is not as bad as has been going in the market. People think like, oh, it's like a crash coming up or a bubble coming up. No, it's not like that. There's still properties are selling. They are selling at a decent price. If they price right in the right market
Yes.
at the right area, they're still selling at that time. So that's for the trap market. I know you always Anu works in the Peel region, and she's always so excited about the Peel region. So what's happening in the Peel region, Anu?
Yeah, so very much similar to how you said, right, about Toronto. So, yes, the number of house sold through MLS from the System of Mississauga Real Estate Board total to 446 units in October 2022. And this was a decline, a large decline, if I should say, as of 53.5% from October 21. But the sales, I would say, it has gone down, of course. So if last year we sold like about 9,960 houses, this year we just sold 6,176
Yeah.
houses, right? And the new listings, yes, they are down, but not that much. There is just like a moderate percentage down with minus 5.15%. So this year, new listings are 12,911. Average price, as we were discussing, so for Mississauga, it is, if we talk about just the average price of homes which was sold in October 22 was 987,000, a modest decline of 1%. But if you do a more comprehensive year to date average price, the average price is 1,131,000, given by 12% from the last year.
And I think we lost your voice a little bit on that side on that.
Oh, sorry, can you hear me
That's
now?
better. Yes, better now. Sorry,
Yeah.
sorry. Yeah.
Okay.
The last part,
Sorry.
yeah.
So I was saying the average price, if the comprehensive average price is 1,130,192,
Okay.
so that's up by
Okay.
12% actually. And
Oh,
the average
really?
days, yeah, and average days on market, if I should say, is just up by like 2 days. So last month, if in October we see it was taking us 18 days, so now it's only taking 20 days. So it's up by 11.11 per 11%. So
Which is
that. Mhm.
which is really good. I mean,
Yeah.
that what you're saying is that the price are still holding on to it. As I said, it's from region to region as well. And
Yep.
also, what you're saying is that number of days is not bad, from 18 days to 20, 21 days on that, right? It's not as bad as people are thinking that it's properties in the market for a long time. I think it's mostly also to do with the right pricing the right timings. And if you are really putting your property at a right price, the buyers are still there in the market who are looking to buy into it. But then if you are really putting your prices very high, you will not be able to see that sale happening that soon, right?
Very true. That is very true. And I have been meeting many clients, and I'm sure it is like a very common topic right now for all the Canadians, I would say, about the interest rate hike. And I work very closely with the first time buyers. And of course, I'm hearing there is a little bit of crunch. So why don't you throw some insight about to the viewers, like how is it going to help or how is it going to matter to them?
So you know what? Interest rate is definitely one of the very hot topic when everybody wants to know what's going on in the market and how it's going to act up on that. One thing is for sure, inflation has become very high, and yesterday when we were talking, we were talking to some of the chief economists, and also in the event with Doug Ford, it came out like he was saying the same thing that the idea is to bring the inflation down to a mark of 2% on that, and that's the reason the interest rates are going up on that. What is being predicted right now by our economists, even our own chief economist Shan Saeed, for Juwai IQI, what we're looking at that starting next year's second quarter, which will be around April, May onwards, we might start seeing that the interest rates hike may not happen.
Mm-hmm.
The slowdown may not happen immediately on that, but they are looking at a lot of other options. By talking to a lot of industry experts, they're looking at in terms of increasing the amortization, even looking at the stress test kind of things and things like that. So I think at this point in time, it was required the way inflation was going
Yeah.
on to bring in the interest rates up on that because it had to balance up the act as well because it's not going to happen and the inflation keeps going up then the affordability factor will become a major issue for the people on that. So I feel like this time they're going to do another increase anywhere from 0.25 to zero point 0.5 in December. Maybe another increase might come in
Mm-hmm.
around February or March. But then after that, it seems like But if you look at the overall, overall or the world economy everywhere on that, we're seeing that this has happened on that in order to bring the inflation down. So again, this is when is a good time to buy. As we always say, it was yesterday.
Yes,
It
it
is
is.
still today as well to buy that because what we are seeing is that the as soon as the interest is getting a bit you stop on it, you will see the market again going to get flared up, again going to get fired up on that. Remember, Anu, this is a GTA market.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody who has invested, who has bought a house in the last 10 years, I don't see anybody, at least of my knowledge and probably your knowledge as well, you have seen that somebody who has bought a house has actually made a loss in doing it because
True.
of, again,
Yeah.
a lot of factors on it. And very interestingly, the immigration numbers Doug Ford was mentioning was that, we're expecting in next 4 to 5 years about 3 million people coming in. And
Wow.
right now we can only provide up to 1.5 million. So where are these rest of 1.5 billion people will be going along on that? And the stats says that if you got 3 million people coming up, at least 60% are coming to Ontario on that. So there is a shortage of housing market,
Houses.
and that is a fact. Even Ontario government is also recognizing, realizing that, and that's the reason if you're aware of not, there's also something called what they're calling is a garden home. So what it means is that they've authorized in Toronto for this garden home that you could build up another home right behind on your garden area. Obviously, you got to go through the permits and things like that. More news is coming up on that. But the reason why that is happening is that because they know there's a shortage of houses, and for people to just keep building the houses is not that easy on that. So I think this is the interest is just temporary right now. That's going to happen. But then Canada market again is something which we have seen over the years growing up. And I still
Yeah.
feel like that anybody who's looking and thinking that is going to go more down, should I invest or not? This is the time right now. A lot of things are coming up in the market. Properties are there for it. If you're an investor looking for a first-time home buyer, do contact us. As I always say, contact Anu Kabli. She's a very competent realtor. She will guide you. She will take you for each and every step. And I can guarantee you that on air right now, she will tell you whether it's a good time to buy or not. She is the one. She's going to tell you, right, don't buy right now. Your financial situation is not correct, or something is there on like. And that is the kind of confidence you need from your trusted realtor. And that is what the whole IQI team is capable of telling you. No, do not buy right now.
Mhm.
Don't get into it right now because we value our clients, we value our
Right.
customers.
Absolutely, very well said. That our customers are very, very valuable to us, and we do put ourselves in your shoes first to understand what you need, and then guide you out. And yes, we have a huge team, a wonderful team, a powerful team to help you out. So do reach out to us anytime, and Mr. Yusuf is here to help you right even in the middle of the night. So I
Also, no, I want to let people know that now we have our head office in North York, which is right on Leslie and York Mills. It's a beautiful, beautiful location. The opening ceremony is going to happen on December 3rd. We invite everybody, audience, realtors,
party.
whoever it is, come on in, join us, and have a look at our opening ceremony. It's a beautiful, beautiful place which we got here.
Yes, looking so forward to meeting you again at the party time.
Yep.
Awesome. Thank you so very much, Mr.
Thank
Yusuf,
you.
for your time always. Thank you very much. Take care.
Thank you so much.